Infor Factory Track for CSI, Production Schedule Receipt. Factory Track has several shop floor production schedule receipt parameters to control the validations, displayed fields and processing options that are permitted as part of the production schedule receipt process. By clicking on the Label Printing Parameters button, the option to include printing labels as part of the process can be defined. Enabling the Print Labels feature results in the label printing form being displayed following successful processing of the receipt transaction. For this training, we've enabled these parameters in order to show where those fields appear and validations that occur in the transaction steps. To start the production schedule receipt process, from the Factory Track Shop Floors Work Center navigation homepage, click on the Material Category Group menu. Then click on the Production Schedule Receipt icon. Note that the order of the features within the Material menu is configurable. To receive completed items into inventory from production schedules or to return previously completed items to production schedules, the shop floor production schedule receipt form is used. Enter or select from drop-down the item you are receiving. Enter or select from drop-down the schedule ID against which the receipt or return is being recorded. Enter or select from drop-down the work center. Note that the drop-down also displays the associated operation to be populated. Enter the quantity of items to receive. Enter or select from drop-down the unit and measure. Enter the scrap quantity. Note that positive quantities increase the scrapped item count of the product schedule, while negative quantities decrease it. Enter or select from drop-down the scrap reason. This field can be defaulted based on the parameter on the transaction set maintenance and is only displayed if any non-zero value is entered for the scrap quantity field. Enter the shift ID. This is defaulted based on the employee. Select the reverse quantity checkbox if you wanted to return items back to the defined operation ID or reverse an erroneously posted transaction. If this is the last operation for the production schedule and containers are being used, the two container checkbox is displayed. Click on this to display the container ID field for entry. Enter or select from drop-down the container ID to which the items are replaced or returned from for reversal transactions, or leave it blank to have Factory Track create a new ID. Also for last operation transactions, where the put-away parameter is enabled on the transaction set maintenance form, enter or select from drop-down the location ID to which the item will be placed. This is defaulted based on the item's stockroom location ranking. Enter a document number for the material transaction reconsolidation or grouping in CSI. The item description, work center description, warehouse and location are displayed on the Details tab. When reporting against the last operation for an item that is lot and/or serial tracked, click on the Lot Serial tab. For lot-controlled items, enter or select from drop-down the lot to be assigned, or click on the Generate button to create a new lot ID. For serial track material, the unassigned serial will indicate how many items require assignment of serial numbers. Click on the Serial Assignment button to navigate to the serial number assignment form. Enter the serial number manually, or click on the Generate button to have new serial IDs generated. Select from the serial number grid until the remaining value is 0. Click on the Save button to save the assignment and go back to the production schedule receipt form, which now reflects 0 unassigned serials. Once completing the required fields, click on the Process button to receive the items. Factory Track then performs standard validations in addition to any that are defined on the transaction set maintenance form. After addressing any processing validation errors, if the print labels parameter is enabled, the label printing form is presented. If the allow cross-docking parameter is selected for this transaction, this order is not cross-referenced to any other order, and there are open cross-docking requirements. Factory Track provides options to cross-dock the items. To close the form without receiving the items, select the Close button.